Hey everyone, welcome into the live broadcast of In the Field with Earl Hall. We're going to be talking today about the thing that really seems to terrify most life insurance agents. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do that, hit that subscribe button, and also make sure that you tick the bell so that you know when I go live or when we upload brand new videos on this channel. We're here for you, the life insurance agent that is looking to start, build, and definitely grow a life insurance business. We all come into this with a dream, right? We all come into this with high expectations, high hopes, the whole nine, but obstacles get in our way, right? Things that we did not anticipate because we were never really told to anticipate them when we were recruited come into play. And that's a big thing, right? I'm watching this series right now on, I believe, the Discovery Channel, or is it the History Channel? It's called Mars. It's just called Mars. And what it took, or actually what it would take in order to get to Mars, right? We've been to the moon. Everybody, Elon Musk is talking about going to Mars, right? And there's all these obstacles in the way, but he keeps going. Rockets blow up, people unfortunately get hurt, some die, but they keep going. Now, we don't have that big of a mission when it comes to selling life insurance, but obstacles will get in our way. And if we give up, then we lose. And we never attain those goals. It's one of the reasons why 92% of the agents that get into life insurance fail out. 92%. That's a big percentage, right? That's a huge percentage of people coming into the industry and then getting out. And what are some of these obstacles that they come up against? Well, the thing that terrifies most life insurance agents, I can tell you right now, after years of doing this and years of consulting, it is the phone. It is getting on the phone. Sometimes just picking up the phone in order to do the thing that we know we need to do, which is reach out and contact these people that we've either bought as leads or that coming through our own automated predictable system. Like, we can show you how to build. And by the way, if you don't have your own automated predictable system where you can get rid of lead vendors, you definitely want to click the link in the description and book a call with us to see if it's a good fit for you. But when it comes down to the phone, I mean, there are more than a few things that come into play, right? With what it is that we have to come up against, the things that we have to face. And by the way, as you're coming in, especially if you're live, go ahead, drop me a comment. Let me know that you're here. And okay, let's push it on. The phone. What are the things that we absolutely are terrified of on the phone? And I'm talking about for the 92% of people that fail out. This is really one of the main reasons. We're scared of rejection. It seems like all it takes is like one little thing And that rejection thing is a huge thing, right? You call somebody and they say no, or I've changed my mind, or don't call me anymore, or I didn't fill that out, or, if you call me again, I'm going to call the police, or whatever folks will say, or even getting cussed out. What I want you to understand and realize that when it comes to actual rejection, it has nothing to do with you. And the reason that I say that is because so many people take this thing about rejection that they take it extremely personal, right? They think of it as something that about themselves is wrong. Hey, good morning over there on Facebook user, not sure who you are, but good morning. Thank you for being here with us on In the Field with Earl Hall. These things have nothing to do with you. We have no idea what that person was going through when you dialed them up. Their cat may have just got injured, whatever. Whatever happened. They got a call from the teacher, their kid's getting suspended. Now you're calling them. No, they don't want to talk to you. But it has nothing to do with you. But what happens, and I think one of the biggest things that happen is that we start taking these things personally. And they have nothing to do with you as a person. And let's just be honest. Let's just be real. This person reached out in some manner to get more information on life insurance. They did that. You didn't force them to fill out a form or whatever. You didn't force them to fill out a card and mail it back in. This has nothing to do with you. But I know that it's something that affects so many different life insurance agents out there. And then another of the big ones is people just don't answer the phone. They don't answer the phone. And you sit there and let's just say it right, we're complaining that they didn't answer the phone. Again, it has nothing to do with you. And one of the questions is like, well, how do you get people to answer the phone? Well, you can't just reach through the phone and shake them, right? Even though I'm sure many times we want to do that, right? We want to reach through the phone and shake these folks. It's like, why won't you answer your freaking phone? Again, you really don't know what's going on with that person. And then if they do answer the phone, you're just seen as another sales call. That's all this is. You're seen as another sales call. Now, these are the problems, right? Just some of the problems that go on with life insurance agents. But what are some of the things that we have to start realizing? Hey, Shanine, glad to have you in here. Thanks so much for being here with me today. And if you're watching live, leave me a comment, leave me a shout out. I definitely like to shout you folks back out. If you're watching the replay, leave me a comment. I do answer those as well. You've got to realize, and we've got to go beyond the excuses of why we fail. We've got to go beyond the excuses of, saying, oh, well, maybe life insurance isn't just for me because of the three things that I just mentioned. And believe me, there's more than three, and I understand that. But I know that one of the biggest things that terrifies agents is the phone. Not knowing what's going to happen on the other end or if it's going to go well. Well, here's the big thing. And as Iyanla Van Zant would say, you got to put your big girl panties on for this, right? You got to put your big girl panties on for this. You've got to realize that this is the job you've chosen. There is no way around it. These things that we're going through, there's no way around these things. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that agents are making is that they think there's a way around the phone, around the rejection, around the three things that I just listed before. There's no way around these things. These are obstacles that we have to realize are there and that we're going to just have to accept. It is probably one of the hardest things I've ever said. You have to accept this because this is the job you've chosen. This is the business you've chosen to be in. But let me give you another hint. I don't care what business you're in. If you leave life insurance and you want to start another business, these same things are going to be obstacles in your way. The same things. Every business owner faces these things. This is not isolated to the career path that you've chosen as a life insurance agent. If you want to be an entrepreneur, which I'm assuming you are and you want to be, no matter what industry you choose, the phone is going to be a thing. It just is. Now, you've got to realize that it takes fortitude to do this. It takes a tremendous amount of fortitude to do what we do each and every day, to face the phone. I mean, sometimes I think, I told a story a while ago, maybe it was a year or two ago, and I said, life insurance is kind of like this. Do you remember back when you were in high school and it was Friday, right? And the weekend was here. You paid very little attention in class. Hey, what's up, Alonzo? Hey, man, glad to have you in here. Salute to you, my friend, as well. Thank you so much. You paid very little attention in class in high school on a Friday, unless you had a test or whatever. But even then, you knew when that bell rung at 2:20, 3:20, whatever time we got out of school back then, the weekend was here. The weekend was here. And your final period of that day was the worst for your teacher, right? But guess what happened on Sunday around 2, 3 o'clock? Sunday at around 2 or 3 o'clock, you realized that the weekend was over. And you went into a little mini depression almost, right? Because it was going to be Monday and you had to go back to school. 8 o'clock comes, 9 o'clock comes, it's bedtime. It's like, oh man, that your alarm clock goes off on Monday morning and you got to get back on that bus or walk to school. Monday morning dial day is like that. You know what I'm talking about. If you've got a Monday dial day where you're dialing your leads, Sunday, you don't feel that great. Come towards the afternoon, just like I said in high school. Has anybody experienced that? Give me some, shout me out in the chat there. Do you know what I'm talking about? That scenario that I just explained, because I felt that. I felt that as someone that did have a Monday dial day. I felt like, oh man, Sunday, it was like just getting ready to try and psych myself up and, facing those phones. But when you look at your life insurance business, that is where it all comes into play. That obstacle of the phone, when you can master that obstacle, that's where the real business owners, the real entrepreneurs excel. Some people, I think, naturally can handle the phones. They just do. They don't care about that internal thing about dealing with rejection or all of that. But many of us don't have that. But it's got to come to a point where you do. So it takes the fortitude, right? This is the career you've chosen. It's kind of like The Godfather. This is the path we've chosen. I think that was Godfather 2, right? Or was it? I think it was Godfather 2. But anyway, now realize that the end result is worth it. The end result of all of this stuff is completely worth it because now you're doing what you said you want to do. You're helping families, but you're making a ton of money. Do you want to get to the place where you're literally taking on 10 to 12 calls a day, selling 3 to 5 of those calls a day? You don't get there without the phone. It's one of the reasons, and I told you at the beginning of this, look, if you want to understand and learn how to do that, the link is in the description. Book a call with us and we'll show you how all of this stuff works. Because if this is the thing that's frustrating you, you may need to understand that you need to have systems in place to help you combat a lot of these things that you're facing right now. Just kind of stitching it together the best way you know how. And it's even about, I think about having a community of people that are able to talk about those things. And I think this is important because I know as an agent, one of the things that we were told is to never complain. Don't get on a call and complain. Don't come in here and complain. Sometimes you just need to vent. It's not that you're ready to give up, but sometimes we just need to vent. We just need to express what it is that we're feeling. And I hear so many times that so many agents don't even have that capability to be able to know that they can freely vent inside of whether it's their IMO or whether it's the company that they're with. Now, overcoming these obstacles, this will be your greatest asset. Overcoming these obstacles will be your greatest asset. Because if you can overcome this terrifying thing, this completely irritating thing, you're going to win. And you'll start to understand the things that you need to say in the first 3 seconds of someone actually picking up the phone. You'll start understanding what it is that you need to do even to get more people to pick up the phone. You'll understand what it is that you need to do to make more sales. But if you quit, you never develop that muscle. You never develop that asset that you're going to need in order to get to the goal that you're trying to get to, which is to protect more families, cover more families, and make more money. That's the thing. If you have found, right? If you found the way, then that's great. I mean, that is great. I'll give you a little air horn here. That is great that you found that. But if you haven't, you need to book a call with us. You need to click the link in the description and you need to book a call with us. I mean, one of the things that we try and do here as well, and it's one of the reasons why I tell people, look, subscribe to the channel, tick the bell so that you know when we go live and when we upload brand new videos. And I'll pause here for a minute. Look, if you have some questions, you can go ahead and type them in as well. Sean is saying, I feel like that every Sunday evening before clocking in at my regular 9 to 5 on Monday morning at one time. Yeah, same thing. You know, the high school thing, the job thing, if you work Monday through Friday, it's the same thing with the job. If you don't like your job, if you don't like it, that's why we feel that way. What I want to have happen is that instead of looking at Monday morning or whatever the dial day is for you as something to dread, I want you to go in like it is Super Bowl Sunday and it is your time on the field and you're about to make, as a rookie, your first touchdown, right? You got to bring something to this that allows you to go above and beyond your thinking. And it is about a mindset. We're literally talking right now about a mindset shift that can change the trajectory of your entire business in life insurance. It is a change in mindset because let's just be honest and real. I mean, I've had uplines and downlines and all of that stuff. Let me tell you how uplines work. Uplines don't like to talk to the complainers because the upline already knows that it's going to take a certain type of person to overcome these things. Uplines don't like talking to complainers. I'm telling you right now, they don't like it. And they won't spend an exorbitant amount of time with you in order to get you over that hump. They had to get over it, and they're working with other people in their downline that are getting over it. They're going to put you on the bench. They're going to put you on the bench and you will never get a shot to play. They're not going to help you. So what I'm telling you is that when it comes down to your business and what it is that you want to accomplish in life insurance, the fears, the trepidation, the anxiety, the irritation, you've got to suit up like a Spartan and go take the village. You've got to. Because think about this. What is the alternative? What is the alternative? You'll wind up in the 92% of agents that fail. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I thought I muted myself, but I coughed right into the mic. Sorry about that. You will be a part of that 92%. And what we're talking about is getting into the 8% that actually excel at this. It's not a lot of people. A lot of people fail out. 92% fail out. Are you going to be in that 8%? This is a decision that only you can make. No one else can make the decision. It is not about your IMO. It is not about your comp level. It is not about your lead vendor. It is not, even though I hate lead vendors, it is about you. You are the only one that can make the decision to win. No one else can make it for you. But believe me, this is a contact sport, and it begins with the phone. What I want you to do, I want you to go ahead, click that link in the description. We're here for you. Click the link, book a call. See if we're a good fit for what it is that you want to do. Just go ahead. It's not going to cost you a darn thing. We're not going to high pressure you because we know it's only your decision. We're here to help, to give you some tools. But those tools are going to have to be executed on, and you're the only one that can do that. I come to you every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here for you on In the Field with Earl Hall. Thanks for joining me. Leave me a comment. Leave me a question. And we'll see you soon. You take care.